in business, we're always growing. When you start a business, you're starting at the bottom. There's challenges. You're the underdog. You're unknown. You're unsuspecting. And you get some wins under your belt. And then you get some losses. Life happens. Challenges exist and emerge. But the one thing that remains constant is that if you're doing a good job, you're adding value to your clients. You have your head down. Now, if you've been following along recently, you would know that there's been a lot of challenges over the last few years with deaths and new babies, ups and downs, obviously COVID, now we have economic recession. But all the while, I think I was able to put my head down and work hard because I'm an underdog. I've always been comfortable being the underdog. And I think the reason you haven't seen me putting out as many videos recently is because I'm going through a bit of an identity shift. You'll know if you've been following along that our team won some awards. I won some awards. And although I'm very grateful and thankful and humbled by it, honored by it, I did notice that something was happening inside where I was shifting mentally. Our values at CDIO, accountability, tenacity, no ego, growth mindset, results oriented. I realized recently that maybe my ego was getting a little bit too big, snapping at others, being impatient. Yes, I had COVID, have been sick a few times because my son's been bringing germs home from daycare. I have a 5-month-old. Business is still growing, but there's ups and downs along the way. Stress. And I think that was manifesting, especially after the awards, as ego. And ego, I'm telling you, excuse me, is the killer of your business. It's the killer of your growth. Because the moment you get an ego and you start thinking that you're better or your business is better, your competition will come along. Your clients will feel it. They'll feel that you think you're better and that there's a superiority complex, right? So I'm not saying my ego's flown off the handle. But what I will say is that I was starting to let the awards and the accolades get to me to the point where I wasn't doing the things that I needed to get the job done. And it reflected in how people were responding to me. So, what do you do if you're facing this challenge when you're used to being an underdog? I had some notes here actually that I thought that I wanted to share. I said it's easy to be a good underdog because when you're an underdog, you must work together as a team. You're unsuspected, you're underestimated, you're unknown. You know you can't do it without every single person on your team pedaling their hardest in the same direction because underdogs win together. And up until now, these last 5 years, and it is now, I've reminded myself, my motto has always been, we're only 10% of where we want to be. And why that's beautiful is because it's always relative, right? You're only 10% of where you want to be, where there's still a big upside. So one thing I realized that I admitted to myself, I'm not comfortable being the winner all the time. I feel the pressure. We all feel the pressure. Healthy pressure is important, but we must remember to smile, laugh, win, breathe. I must remember it. We all must remember it because sometimes we get one small win and we think, oh, we're the greatest thing ever. But saying this, I think what it's forced me to do is reflect on the things that I've done to get to where I am now. Empathy, impeccable customer service, caring about our clients and our business, both winning together, working together, not doing it alone, celebrating each other and our clients, most importantly, having fun while we're doing it, right? Never being above anything. You know, a few years ago during one of our Monday huddles, I used to give the example of, you know, there being shit on the ground at your office, and if I'm above picking it up, then that's an ego, right? So, you know, it's important that everyone on the team, and especially the leaders of the team, should be out there rolling their sleeves up in the trenches, picking up the shit, so to say, because if you start treating your team, taking your team for granted, taking your clients for granted, taking your partners for granted, then they'll disappear. And they'll be left wondering, hey, where are they? Now, fortunately, I've caught myself before it's got to that. But I think it's an important lesson, right? it's easier for me to be the underdog. I'm figuring out what it's like to have the pressure and being a winner in a healthy ego state. So hopefully you can learn from me. Hopefully what this means is that you are on the path to growth and growing, and you will see more of me as I start to do more videos, because I'm not above doing videos either. So thanks for watching. Been good to vent a little bit, and I'll see you next time.